Myself Sindhu. I'm currently pursuing my third year engineering. Today we're going to discuss a topic named minimization of DFA. So what is basically minimization of DFA means we will minimize the states which are already given in the DFA. So the definition of minimization of DFA is DFA minimization stands for converting a given DFA to its equivalent DFA with minimum number of steps. DFA minimization is also called optimization of DFA and uses partitioning algorithm. So in this, what we'll do, at first the DFA is given by certain number of states. After performing certain steps, we'll reduce the number of states. Okay, now steps to minimize the DFA. Suppose there is two states P and Q of DFA are equivalent if and only if row of P comma W and row of Q comma W are leading to the final states. So we'll say the two states P and Q is final states only if P comma W, row of P comma W and row of Q comma W reaches the final states. So to find the equivalence of DFA, we can use the table filling algorithm, which defines as step 1, remove all non-reachable states for each pair of P, W where P belongs to Q and Q belongs to Q. If P belongs to F and Q doesn't belongs to F, or P doesn't belongs to F and Q doesn't belongs to F, then mark the pair P, Q as into in the table. Step 3. For each pair of P, Q and for each symbol A belongs to alphabet, find row of P, A is equals to R and row of Q, A is equals to S. If the pair R, S is not in the table, then mark the pair P, Q. So step 4, repeat the step 3 until no more marking can be made. And the last step is combine the unmarked states. In this algorithm, it defines how we have to minimize the DFA. So now let us see with an example. This is the question what we have to minimize. Here comes Q0 is connected to Q1 and upon A, and Q0 is connected to Q2 upon B, and Q2 is connected to Q1 upon A. This is the question what we have got. Now we have to perform minimization and reduces the number of states. Let us forward. And step 1, what we have given, we have to see which is the non-reachable state. So in the given question, now we have to check if any states is non-reachable. So to check, let us start from Q0. Q0 reaches Q1 and it also reaches Q3 through Q1, and it reaches Q2 and it reaches Q4 by passing through Q1, Q3 and Q4. Hence none of the states are non-reachable. So we'll not delete any states in the step 1. Then step 2, we have to create a table in such a way that in the column wise we have to exit the first state. So what are the states we have got? Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Among them we have to remove the first state, that is Q0. We should not include here the Q0 state. And while writing in the horizontal state, we have to remove the last state, that is Q4. We have to not include the last state in the horizontal state. Then we have to construct the table. So how we have to mark which is into by checking the question. Now we have to check whether Q0, Q1 is a final state. See, Q0, Q1 is not a final state, so we'll not mark anything. And we have to check Q0, Q2. So Q0, Q2 it is not a final state. And again Q0, Q3. So even this is not a final state because both the states are not final states. Then check Q0, Q4. So Q0 and Q4. In this, Q4 is a final state. So we'll mark into mark. So this is the first step what I have marked into. I have mentioned one below one because this is the first stage where marking into. Okay. Then again we have to check Q1, Q2. So Q1 and Q2 whether it is a final state? No. So we should not mark. And Q1, Q3 whether it is marked? No. And Q1, Q4. So Q1 and Q4. So here Q4 is a final state. So we'll mark into and I will denote it as first step. Then again we have to check Q2, Q3. Q2 and Q2 and Q3, whether it is a final state? No. So we should not mark. And Q2 and Q4. Q2 comma Q4. So Q4 is a final state, we'll mark into and denote it as a first step. Then Q3 comma Q4. So Q4 is a final step, we'll denote it as a first step. This is the first step after creating a table we have to do. So in this first step, all the below 4 boxes will get into marked, wrong marked. Then again step. Now let us move on to the third step. In the third step, this is the last step where we have done. In the last step, only we have marked that. Only we have marked the last four. This and all are not marked. In this third step, we're going to mark these. Okay. Then we have to make 3 column row A, that is define states A, and then upon A these are the inputs, A comma B are the inputs. Now we have to check like in this, which these are the not marked states, so we have to compare those states by this Q0 comma Q1, that is Q0 comma Q1. Q0 you have to check in the question, Q0 upon A it is going for Q1 state, so we'll mark here Q1, and Q1 upon A it is self looped, so again here it will be Q1. Q0 upon B it is going for Q2, and Q1 upon B it is going for Q3. Okay, these are the states. Now we have to check whether Q2 comma Q3 is marked. Q2 comma Q3, it is not marked yet, so this state won't be marked. Then again Q0 and Q2, Q0 comma Q2, Q0 upon 8 is going for Q1, Q2 upon 8 is going for Q1, and Q0 upon B is going for Q2, Q2 upon B is going for Q2. This Q1 comma Q1, Q2 comma Q2 and the final state does not exist in this table, so hence it is not marked. Similarly, Q0 comma Q3, Q0 upon 8 is going for Q1, Q3 upon 8 is going for Q1, and Q0 upon B is going for Q2, Q3 upon B is going for Q4. Now we have to check whether Q2 comma Q4 is marked in this table. Q2 comma Q4 is this box is marked in the last step, so hence it is marked in the last step. We are going to mark in this step, so it will become, but state Q0 comma Q3 will be marked, so Q0 comma Q3 and this step will be marked in this step. Next again we have to check for the next state, that is Q1 comma Q2. Upon A it will go for Q1, and Q2 upon A it will go for Q1, Q1 upon B it will go for Q3, and Q2 upon B it will go for Q2. We have to check whether Q3 comma Q2 is marked. Q3 comma Q2, where okay, Q2 comma Q3 in this step is not marked yet, so this won't be, this will consider as into mark. Then similarly Q1 comma Q3 upon 8 will go for Q1 comma Q1 and Q3 comma Q4. Then we have to check whether Q3 comma Q4 is marked. Q3 comma Q4 is marked in the last step, so this state will be considered as marked. What will happen, that is Q1 comma Q3, this state will be marked in this step. Okay, these two states will be marked. Then again next step, Q2 comma Q3, that is upon 8 will go for Q1 comma Q1, and upon B it will go for Q2 comma Q4. We have to check Q2 and Q4 is marked in the last step, so we are going to mark Q2 comma Q3 is marked in this step. Next next remaining states, again we have to repeat the states. Okay, till here it will complete the one complete table. Again if the states are not marked, we have to repeat the same state until we'll get the unmarked state. Okay, then Q0 again, Q0 comma Q1 upon A, Q1 comma Q1 upon B, Q2 comma Q3. Now we have to check the same. Q2 comma Q3 is marked in the second step, so hence it is marked. This state will be marked in the third stage, so I have marked it as a x of 3. Next again Q0 comma Q2, Q1 comma Q1 upon B with Q2 comma Q2. So this state does not exist in the table, will not mark, will just put into mark. And again Q1 comma Q2 upon 8 will go for Q1 comma Q1, upon B it will go for Q2 comma Q3, sorry Q3 comma Q2. We have to check whether Q3 comma Q2 is marked, so Q2 comma Q3 is marked in the second stage, so we are going to mark Q1 comma Q2, that is Q1 comma Q2, this box in the third stage. Next, since we have completed the second step, third step, among that the second stage is complete, again we have to repeat. Since this state is not marked, we have to repeat again q0 comma q1. So it upon it goes to q1 comma q1, upon b it goes to q2 comma. Since this state does not exist in the table, it is considered as an unmarked state. So it completes our third step. Next, the last step is we have to combine the unmarked states. So unmarked states in this step, the unmarked state are q0 and q1. So sorry, q0 comma q2. So I'm going to make q0 comma q2 as a new state. Okay, q0 comma q2 as new state, and remaining states, like which are the leftover states in the given states which are leftover rather than the q0 and q2 are q1, q3 and q4. Here it is the q4 state, sorry for the inconvenience. And now we have to mark as it is given. Now we have to check q0 upon a, where it is going. Q0 upon 8 is going for q1. So where is the q1 state? Here. So q0 upon 8 is going for q1 state, and again q2 upon a, it is going for again q1. So once you have marked it is enough. Then again we have to q0 upon b, where it is going q2, and q2 upon v, it is self looped, so we will also self loop. Then again q1 upon a, it is self looped, so here also self looped. Q1 upon b, it will go for q3, so it teaches q3. Then q3 upon a, it will go for q1, so again it will go for q1. Q3 upon b, it will reach for q4 state. Here it will reach for q4 state. Then again q4 upon a, it is going for q1, and q4 upon b, it is going for q2. So q2 is here, exists here, so it is marked to this state. This gives the minimized DFA. So hence it completes our video, our topic. So thank you everyone.